Be me, still at Smithorder. Take a break from digging deep due to lava and accidentally losing 4 miners to a magma explosion when they hit a warm rock and were burnt to a crisp. Make memorial for them, poor bastards. Decide that between digging deep and making traps that I would make a false entrance to Smithorder that is full of nasty sawblade and spike traps. Takes almost half a year in-game due to the Duchess suddenly becoming a sick, mentally deranged torturer and is beating the arms, legs and toes of prisoners with a warhammer until they're mulch. Prison looks like something out of slasher movie and nobody bothers to clean up the gory mess. I have no clue why she's turned out this way, outside of maybe being lovesick. Look at what beard does to a lady. With the false entrance, I make a long haul as to make intruders run a gauntlet of nasty traps, after I saw that they can sometimes simply sidestep them. It's hard to sidestep something when it's everywhere, so I double down on the traps and decide to put a ballista at the end of the hall. Let's see the Groby try me now. Eventually, a raiding party of the Green Gits show. Seal the main entrance and let them come. At first they wander around, shooting arrows at the native capybara. I don't mind this much, as the capybara are ridiculously aggressive and visiting nobles seem to show up and hunt them for sport. As they do this, I order the ballista to be primed to fire and wait until they enter. I am notified of combat, that apparently one of the dwarfs is outside fighting a few of them. Panic for a moment until I realize it's a hammerlord in full armor who, instead of hitting the goblins with his hammer, is wrestling them down and biting them to death. I decide he can probably handle them himself and go back to the false entrance and order the ballista to fire. It is a thing of beauty. One goblin explodes in a shower of gore. One gets sawn into bits by the traps and the ballista hits one in the stomach. It has its guts hanging out, which is pretty gross. They go to run, but many are wounded and slow. Have the militia clean up the rest. Idly wonder how long it will take to clean. Hopefully not as long as the Battle of Dwarven Dentists. Then begin to think about the Hammerlord biting gobos to death, the visiting nobles who hunt angry capybara and the Duchess mutilating people. A cold chill enters my bones and I remember the old story of boat murdered and wonder, is Smithorder going to end in insanity and burning death as well? By Armok, I hope not.